Being part of a group to design the board game TimeScape for game experience design was an interesting and valuable experience. There were 7 people in our group. We met twice during tutorials for a total of 6 hours. The first meeting involved ideation, the formulation of our concepts regarding the game's theme, design, and mechanics. In the second meeting, we focused on producing our pitch segments. Through agreement, members selected their research topics and presented their information at group discussions. We mostly communicated well as a group, using active, critical, and creative listening. We built on others' ideas and information, providing feedback in trying to make sure the game's mechanics and settings made sense. We employed continuous iteration to make changes and improvements, especially to the game's rules. Josh was the project manager and a democratic leader. The group was self-facilitating and self-monitoring regarding ideas and information contribution, and Josh didn't interfere with this. I researched and invented the game's title and logo. It's about time travel, so the word time had to feature, preferably first, as this announces the game's main theme. I came up with the word scape, which defines a certain space or shape, and relates to traveling through time's void. The word scape is part of escape, and communicates speed and excitement, a major selling point for our demographic. I wanted to contribute more to the group, but sometimes I lacked confidence in presenting what I believe were simple ideas, especially when others' ideas were more complex. But I've learned that sometimes basic ideas are better, to avoid creating a game that is too complicated. We filmed ourselves in the recording room delivering our segments. James edited the final product. We viewed the video individually and then gave him individual feedback. I believe we should have had a group meeting to view the video and gave group feedback. Even though I said the video was good, I believed it needs some improvements. We filmed ourselves sitting down from knee level up, and sometimes we swiveled the chairs, which was distracting. We needed to film ourselves sitting behind a desk or sitting down from the waist up and avoid swiveling the chairs. The video's background was the recording room's bare grey walls. The game's logo could have been on the wall behind the presenters, or this could have been added during the editing to reveal the visual blandness. The video would benefit from a split-screen presentation with subheading and point form on one side and the presenters speaking to points on the other. This would help focus audience attention on the main points. Some of the explanations were unclear, particularly those relating to the game's mechanics. Written backup might improve audience understanding. Also, the soundtrack was inconsistent and at times too loud. You couldn't hear Lauren's segments clearly. I didn't feel comfortable giving this video criticism individually, so didn't offer it. No one's fault, but I need to improve on this. I discovered I'm more confident delivering such feedback within the group setting. Our pitch didn't apply Tidball's 3-act structure for TimeScape to fully explain the characters, settings and mechanics, different actions and turns. This would help the audience understand the game flow better. In future, we need better time management, as we didn't playtest TimeScape to make sure the mechanics worked for prospective players. This is essential to the game's success and enjoyment. Overall, designing TimeScape within a group benefited me. I learned teamwork skills and how and where to improve my group contribution.